picture?
The site?
That's the website, but it pulls up a random picture whenever we do a post. And I just sent a push notification, so we're all set.
Okay.
That's on our app. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips for CampusNation.com, the sports animal. We are here live at Greenfield McClain for the Adena Warriors at Greenfield McClain game tonight. The Tigers are hosting the Warriors in a game that wasn't normally on our schedule, but we went ahead and scheduled it because we've had a lot of success here. People like us here in Greenfield, so it's always nice to be where we're like. And who do they like more than Travis O'Connor, who is a native here? Travis is with us doing our play-by-play. Travis, how are you tonight?
Thanks, Rick. How are you?
I'm good. You can probably get better insight to these two teams. You've done a lot of coaching in this area.
Yeah.
You've probably coached some of the young men that have gone through this program, and you might want to go over the starting lineups and just familiarize our audience who may not be familiar that much with. They obviously are familiar with the team because of McClain playing Wilmington.
Yeah.
But Adena is sort of a team that's unknown to a lot of our Wilmington audience, at least. So enlighten us.
Adena's out of the SVC. I'm unsure of their record right now. Seems to be one of their top players that started out at Adena, moved back in the area. I don't happen to see him here at Bryan Hall. Not sure what the reasoning with that is. But they are, again, I'm not sure what their record, but they're faring very well in the SVC. I think they're the small school. The SVC's down into two divisions, maybe, or I'm not sure. Greenfield has a new coach, Jesse Mitchell, and they're actually got a few seniors. Actually, seniors starting out, you've got Alex Holler usually starting, Cody Hardesty, Randall Miskell, Jacob Starkey, and I'm not sure who the fifth one will be. Coach Mitchell usually rotates that. But they're up and down, they're playing hard. I'm not sure of the record. I think they've got 3 losses, 1 to Wilmington.
I'll see if I can find it.
Chillicothe, Washington Courthouse. I think that's their only losses, is 3 losses. You might check Adena's record too. Not sure of theirs in the SVC. But I'm 90% sure Greenfield is like 4-3, 5-3. They have a new recruit, or not a new recruit, a new Zach Peck transfer in from Arkansas. New recruit. I'll be getting myself in big trouble with that one.
Now, Charlie will start talking about Catholic schools. They recruit. We don't want to get in any trouble.
No. But Zach is a 6'5", 6'6" transfer in from Arkansas. He had to sit out the first 11 games. He'll be playing, coming back. He comes back next Friday against the Unyota, which would be a good time for coming back because Unyota is in that SVC with Adena, and they are a big-time ball club. We'll get 3-0
from what Max Preps is saying. Now, they're not always accurate.
Okay, Max Preps is telling us they're 3-0, but I'm not real sure. Maybe we can find out from somebody.
It does look like Adena's a pretty decent team, though. I'm trying to see who they've beaten. Let's see, Westfall, Piketon.
Those are some good teams.
Southeastern. So those are the 3 that they've actually listed.
Okay. Well, we're getting
got the national anthem.
Our national anthem.
And, of course, that is the Greenfield McClain pep band with our own Charlie Hargrave at its lead there.
Yeah. Throw a little shout-out to Charlie. On the Greenfield roster, I forgot Matt Barton is the other starter that usually comes in with them. John Wynn on the announcer. Be announcing the visitors from Adena. Starting off with his non-starters. Yeah, like Rick was saying, that Adena started out well, but again, I don't see. One of their top prospects was Brian Hall. He started out at Adena as a freshman, then went to Zane Trace for a year or two, and then came back. But I don't seem to see Brian anywhere. So maybe this is something he's injured or something's happened or just I'm not sure. I don't even see him in the bench in street clothes. So for, number 1 for Adena, Jeff Postage, a 5'9" junior. Colin Corey, a senior, 5'11", number 2. Jonathan Thomas, number 3, a 6-foot senior. Austin Preston, number 12, a 6'1" junior. And number 34, senior, 5'11", Isaac Thomas. So they're a junior-senior led squad too. Not many freshmen. Greenfield starters coming out with you. Now coming out with the starters for Greenfield. Number 12, Brock Dean, a sophomore. Number 14, Jacob Starkey, a junior, 6'5". Matt Barton, a junior, coming out, 5'10". Cody Hardesty, a senior, 23, 6 foot. Randall Miskell, another 6'5", number 22, senior. So this is our normal starting lineup, Rick, minus Brock Dean must have had a heck of a practice this week because he's a sophomore and he's not usually start. He usually comes off the bench, so he must have had a good practice for Coach Mitchell this week.
Now, Max Preps reports that at home, Greenfield is 0-1, and then away 1-2. So their record being 1-3. But once again, Max Preps is not the most accurate source.
Sounds like they're about 2 weeks behind. Because
exactly.
I know they're at least 4-3 because they come back next Tuesday. They don't play Friday night. Come back next Tuesday, next Friday. So, and Mr. Peck, the boy that moved in from Arkansas, he has to sit out 11 games per OHSAA.
Right.
And Adena or Uniota's his 11th game. So this is game 9. So I'm assuming they're like 6-3, 5-4, somewhere right in that range. Starkey gets the tip back to Barton. McClain is going right to left on your radio dial. Adena will be going left to right in the first half. Bringing the ball around, worked it into Starkey. Up. Shot, rebound, Miskell. Miskell takes it right back up, and 2 for Randall Miskell.
Good offensive rebound, hitting the boards well.
Postage bringing the ball up the floor for Adena. Kicks it over to Corey. Back to Postage. They're working a 4-out, 1 in. Preston to make the move over to Postage. Ball kicked down to Thomas. Off Hardesty out of bounds. Adena ball. Postage take it out. Lined up in the 4 set. Running the screen, coming around. Got Miskell up in the air. Bucket Adena, 2-2. Barton brings the ball up the floor, closely guarded by Postage. Over to Dean. He dribbles around, coming off the screen off Miskell, trying to get Barton open. Reverses to Hardesty. Back to Dean. Over to Barton. Looking to go post. Goes to Miskell with a double team. Randall makes a move. Up, no good. Rebounded by Adena. Out to Postage. Postage up to Corey. Greenfield in a 2-3. Looks at. Ball taken, reverse. Stolen by Hardesty. Up. Bucket good and a foul.
Good steal.
Yep. Foul on Mr. Corey for Adena.
Could be a three-point play here.
Yep. Greenfield playing a 2-3, it looks like. Sitting back when Darren see what Adena can do from the outside. Bucket free throw good. 5-2 Greenfield. Postage bringing the ball up. Slowly working around. Greenfield went out of the free throw window man-to-man. Over to Preston. About stolen by Starkey. He's trying to move him around. Moving the ball around the perimeter. They're not attacking very much. Carry the ball. Postage with the carry. Adena doesn't seem to be attacking very much. And again, like I said, I don't know what's happened with Mr. Hall, but
Well, obviously, if you lose your leading player,
Yeah.
it could be very, I guess you could say, depressing.
yeah. And like I said, I'm not sure what's happened to him. Some things have been said, but we won't say until we know for sure. But they're playing a little soft here. Greenfield just moving the ball around at will. Hardesty up with a 3. Rebounded by Thomas. Postage walking it up, gives it to Corey now. Greenfield in the man-to-man. Around. Back up to Preston. Over to Corey. Corey's taking Hardesty to the hole. Tries to attack, loses the ball. Out of bounds. Adena ball. Ball thrown in from Thomas into Preston. Up for a 3. No good. Rebound Hardesty. Hardesty pushes the ball to Starkey ahead. Good dish.
Oh, nice.
Nice assist. Starkey to Miskell. Randall for 2. We got a 7-2 lead with 5 minutes to go in first quarter. Good pass by Postage.
Oh, that was
Up
nice,
a 2 by Thomas. Assist Postage to Thomas, 7-4. Barton walks it up for McClain. Kicks to Hardesty. Starkey posting, looking to get to him. And over to Brock. Into Miskell. Miskell kicks back to Brock. Reverse to Barton. Quick reverse, other side. Hardesty's taking him. Got Barton off the screen for a 3. Good.
Oh, nice.
10-4. Thomas takes it up, comes down. Rebound by Hardesty. Kicks to Barton, looking to run. Oh, he misses him. Miskell was out ahead for the lead. Over to Brock. Starkey posting up. Round to Barton. Miskell wanting the ball. They're trying to reverse it. Here comes Hardesty around. Miskell on the post. Looking a little dazed and confused where they're going. Over to Brock. Brock takes him baseline. Kicks it out to Miskell. Miskell up. No good.
Got a whistle.
Traveled. Travel on Randall.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Miskell out, sub by Owen O'Connor. Postage bringing it up. Looks like they're in a 1-2-2. I know they're in a man. Barton up top on the ball. Reversed it around. Travel on Thomas. Hardesty kicking it into Barton. Walk it up. Adena in the man-to-man. Sitting back, Greenfield just bringing it up slow. 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Over to Starkey, looking to reverse it. To O'Connor, to Hardesty, to Dean, looking for a shot. Got Starkey, got a hold. Not sure who it's on yet, but a foul on Adena. Foul on Jeff Postage, his first, team second. Greenfield takes it out underneath their basket. A 4-low setup, screen Starkey to Barton. O'Connor screen Starkey, up to Barton. Postage all over him. Barton takes it hole, a floater, no good. Rebound by Preston. Preston pushes the ball. He's pushing to Thomas. Thomas takes it up and
nice.
Good.
Looks like Adena wants to try to run.
Well, from knowing the Hall boy, if he was with them, they're probably used to running because he would run. Ryan would get out and go because I watched him play a couple of AAU tournaments this year, and I remember him as a freshman he started varsity. Adena's coming with 2 subs. Hardesty with a 3 bucket. 13. No, they gave him a 2. Gave him a 2. 12-6. Miskell coming back in. Adena's got 2 subs checking in. Ball to Preston. Preston up. No good. Rebound Hardesty. Hardesty's pushing the ball up the floor. Got Starkey outlet. And 2.
Nice play.
Timeout Adena. 30-second. 30-second timeout Adena. Over to you, Rick.
Adena doesn't want to see the Tigers get out too far ahead of them here. They've got to slow it down.
Yeah. Well, the last couple games we've got out ahead and then let teams back in it. So we'll see if they can. Hopefully they don't hold true to their last 4 or 5 games of getting a good lead and then letting teams right back in and have to finish it at the end.
Right. .223 remaining in this first quarter of play here from Greenfield, Ohio. We've got Adena at Greenfield tonight for our game this week. We've got another game tomorrow night in Wilmington. The Lakota East Thunderhawks are coming in. That'll be a good game. Tomorrow's game will start at about 7:15 with our game getting underway at 7:30. Tune in tomorrow night.
Okay, coming out of the timeout, Adena ball. Adena's walking it up. Greenfield in a 1-3-1. Passing the ball around. Postage has it. No, I take that back. Corey has it to Postage. Back to Postage. Looking to move it around. Looking to go into Thomas.
Good steal.
Take away by Hardesty. He's taking him to the hole. Up and around. Oh. Ooh. Rebound Miskell.
Got a foul on White.
Foul on Miskell. Said Randall with the block out. I didn't see it, but I guess that's why they're on the floor and they get the big money.
Right.
Starkey coming back in for Brock Dean. Adena bringing it up. Corey bringing the ball up the floor. Kicks it out to Thomas, trying to get it over to Postage. He does. Screen it off Corey, coming around. They're running a wheel screen. Takes it to the hole. Up
Good drive.
Up and good by Thomas. Barton walks it up, 14-8. They're giving Greenfield the outside shot, which sometimes probably not a good idea with Matt Barton shooting.
Isn't that nice?
Matty Barton for 3. They're letting him shoot. This team likes to shoot threes too. They don't always go, but they're going tonight for some reason.
Yeah, they're
Christmas blessings. Postage can be being replaced by Cody Cottrell. Postage getting the ball. Oh, I take that back. I just realized that we got 2 Postages. We got a Jeff Postage number 1 and a Trey Postage number 5.
okay. Wonder if they're cousins or brothers.
From looking at them, they look like brothers.
Yep.
Hardesty with the ball.
It's not uncommon for teams out here in the
No.
in the Midwest and out in the rural areas.
It might even be twins. They're both 5'9", both juniors.
Well, that would make sense. They better be twins, or we got to talk to their mother.
Out of bounds, Greenfield. Adena bringing the ball up. Chris postage. Wow, Adena's throwing me for all kind of loops here. I have to tell you, this is the quarter. 21 seconds, 17-11. Tipped out of bounds, Greenfield. Adena ball. Adena's got a whole family of postages playing.
Now, they can't all be twins. Are they triplets?
Well, the one's a freshman, so.
Okay.
That must be baby
so there's
brother.
no triplets.
No.
That would be the first time I did a game with triplets in it.
Greenfield looking to get to Barton. Got an offensive foul. Owen on the screen.
3.3 seconds remaining in the first quarter play. Tigers up 17-11 over the Warriors.
He's pushing. He got it up. And it's good.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Yeah.
Just slightly off. Well, I think Adena sort of settled down, and they managed to come back a little because it looked like they were just starting to sink. So I think that we may have more of a ball game here.
Greenfield picked up 3 quick fouls there. They didn't have any fouls, so like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Right. Adena has 2, Greenfield 3.
So 17-11 to start off the second quarter. Both coaches got the teams in the huddle, sitting down, going over stuff. Adena coach looks to be ripping them pretty good about something, unless that's just his demeanor. Mitchell's working on Greenfield. Greenfield's coming back out with Hardesty, O'Connor, Barton, Dean, and Starkey. And I have to see about Adena. Like I said, I messed up here. I didn't realize that there's a postage family.
We got a fairly good crowd here for a Tuesday night.
Yeah, and a Christmas
holiday.
break.
Yeah, the holiday break. A lot of people, sometimes they'll leave town, go somewhere warmer for a little while.
Yeah, I tried that. Went to Outer Banks and it was 80 and had to come back to 38-degree weather until.
Yeah, that makes.
And it rained every day.
It's the coming back that is the shock, right? Well, it's warm here in the gym.
Yeah. Adena will come out with Jeff Postage, Trey Postage, Isaac Thomas, Corey Collin, and I'm not sure who my other one is over there. It's like Jonathan Thomas. Ball into Isaac Thomas.
Oh, that's a foul.
Gives the ball to Jonathan Thomas and a foul by Starkey. Well, we got a little family on the floor. We got Thomases and
I know, but we see that a lot. We see that in Washington Courthouse with the Washington Blue Lions and also with the Miami Trace.
Yeah.
So the pitchers. I mean, you get a lot of family names that have been there for a while, and they've got 2 or 3 people that are out on the floor at one time. Some of them are cousins. They're not necessarily brothers.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot of these smaller schools.
Right.
Jonathan Thomas with the second one. Make it a 17-13 ball game. Greenfield takes it out. Greenfield actually has Landry Gray checked into the ball game, a sophomore. Ball to Hardesty. Looking to go to Barton. Reversed it back to Dean. Going to Gray. Landry up. Shot by Brock Dean. It was contested, but he got it off. Oh, they gave him a 3 bucket.
Right. Well, and they're trying to get it in under the basket, but then they're just flipping it back out to that 3-point line and making it.
Yeah. Slow on the reverse. Number 2, Corey Collin with a 2-point bucket, making it 20-15.
Scoring has definitely picked up here.
Oh, yeah. Can't figure out if Adena's going to do better with pushing the ball or if they're going to do it with setting up. Ball to Starkey, tipped away. Stolen by Trey Postage.
Nice.
Corey for a three. Here we go.
Now we got a timeout for the Tigers.
32nd by Greenfield.
Right.
2018.
Adena's making a run here. I want to remind you, tomorrow night we've got the Wilmington Hurricane. Those boys are hosting the Lakota East Thunderhawks. Lakota East, I think they've dropped maybe 2 games this season thus far. Pretty decent team coming out of Westchester.
Yeah.
They'll be in tomorrow night, and that game gets underway with our pregame at 7:15. The game will start at 7:30. And keep an eye out on our schedule because we may be filling in some gaps in it. We've got a 5th of January, and right now we're talking to a couple schools, so we'll probably fill in with a game for this next Tuesday. Keep an eye out.
Brock Dean takes the ball at Barton, being picked up at the half-court line. Trey Postage, almost a steal by Cottrell. Kick to Dean, into Starkey, up, and good. 22-18, bucket by Jake Starkey.
Really, we're seeing a lot of offense, very little defense.
Yeah, there's not much defense going on. Nobody's been a defensive threat here.
Right.
Colin Corey takes the ball to home and gets it tipped away by Greenfield. Trey Postage taking it out, kicks it into Jonathan Thomas. He spin move on Starkey.
Oh, that was pretty.
Nice
that
move.
was pretty.
Nice move by Thomas. 22-20, 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Brock Dean with the ball taken away. Tie ball game. Corey Colin Corey picked his pocket. Matt Barton bringing the ball up the floor. Trey Postage on him. Back over to Colin Corey on Dean. Out to Barton. Trying to move it in. Short. Rebound Jonathan Thomas. Kicks it ahead. He's pushing.
They're wanting to run.
Adena takes the lead. 24-22. Got to pick up the defense here. Neither side playing defense. Well, I guess Adena pressuring the ball on the outer perimeter. He's getting the steals.
Right.
3-ball, Matty Barton.
That helps. That helps.
He's got 3 of those. 3 for 3. 25-24 Greenfield. 5:06 left to go in the second quarter. Trying to get the ball into Thomas. He's out muscling. Kicks it over to Cody Cottrell. Air ball.
Air ball.
Dean to Barton. Not one to push the ball in here. Dean is looking like I think McClain would be better off to push the ball on him. They're not getting down the floor very well. Ball to Starkey, too far away from the rim. Move his way back inside. He's trying to make a spin move. Ooh, I got caught with the push. Over to Dean, to Hardesty. Barton setting up. He's 3 for 3. Can he go 4 for 4?
I'd keep feeding him until he misses.
Yeah, you're right. They're swinging him around the outside to Gray for 2. 27-24 McClain.
You know, the percentages should be high for both teams. Yeah. They're missing very few of their shots.
Blocked by Gray. Blocked Thomas's shot.
There's some defense.
Yeah, Landry can get up. He's got some hops. Call him a little mini Joe Kim Noah with that ponytail. Over to Barton. Gray with the set. He's moving. He's got Dean open. Will he go again? Into Starkey. Uh-oh, they left Matty open. 4 for 4.
There you go.
3-ball Starkey. Or 3-ball Barton. You would think Adena would be going, we put somebody on him?
Yeah,
you can take it to the hole.
You can't leave him open because he is just burning them.
Corey Collin over to Postage. Out to Trey Postage. Over to back. Oh, wait a minute. No.
It's going to be against Adena, right? Yeah. Push from behind.
He's trying to catch out what his number was. Number 11. They don't have him in the book. Wonder who we are here. Oh, 34, Thomas. 11 was from the last foul. Barton brings it down. Hardesty, and they're going with a 1-4 set to Landry. Landry coming off Starkey. Pull up. Air ball. Oh, almost saved by Miskell. Adena ball. Jeff Postage bringing the ball up the floor. Austin Preston back in the game. Screen by Thomas. Kick to Jonathan Thomas.
Oh, it's good.
2-ball. 30-26. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Greenfield walking the ball up the floor. Hardesty into Starkey. See what he does. They double down. Nice little turn, spin move. Rebound by Boy Gray's hustler. Hardesty deep. Ooh. Rebound by Thomas. Is Adena going to push? Adena's doing a little push here. Greenfield's not getting back. Thomas takes it.
Oh,
little
good.
floater. 30-28. I think Adena does better when they push the ball.
It looks like it, yeah. That's a rhythm. It's kind of hard to, even without your star player, it's kind of hard to change.
Change how you do it. Over to Gray, just Hardesty. Miskell with the rebound, put back.
Good put back. Good put back.
32-28.
Dena's not boxing out.
No. Well, with the Hall boy down, he's a 6'5". Oh, mercy. 3-ball. Colin Corey for a 3.
Got a horse race here.
Yes, sir. Barton to Miskell. Starkey wanting to call him for the ball. Back to Barton, reversed. Landry going to screen Hardesty. They're running Matt around. They're finally realizing they're going to make Matt shoot something inside.
Nice play. Going to get 3. No, wait a minute.
They called an offensive foul. Oh, where did that come from? If I was Coach Mitchell, I'd have to be jumping up and down.
I didn't see an offensive foul there.
No, Matt got an old-fashioned 3. He was 5 for 5 old-fashioned 3, but they took it away from him.
Right.
Jonathan Thomas brings the ball up the floor. Jeff Postage moving around. Working the ball to Austin Preston. Back over to Postage. Thomas takes him up. Rebound Barton. Postage trying to get him from behind. Matty.
Almost traveled.
Yes, sir. Over to Hardesty to Miskell. Gray calling for the ball. Give it to him. Moving around to Barton. Starkey calling for the ball. They double him down on him.
Gonna send it back out.
Thrown away in traffic. Picked up by Gray. Kick to Hardesty.
Travel. Yep.
Ooh.
Just under a minute to play in the first half.
Does Adena take the lead, or does Greenfield go in with the lead at half?
I certainly would play for the last shot if I could.
Yeah. Ball moved around to Postage.
Thrown away.
By Barton, out to Gray. He's go. Oh, had 2 of them. Barton, is it? 5 for 5.
We're seeing a show tonight.
Somebody better put the water on him. He's on fire.
Where did he come from?
Oh, yeah. 5 for 5.
I didn't see him playing against Wilmington.
Thomas up. Oh, almost answers with his own 3. 8 seconds.
Got a
calling a foul. Foul on Barton. Yeah, he played against Wilmington just with those taller players and more.
It's kind of hard, yeah.
That extra 6-8 inches arm span helps a whole bunch.
Yeah, there's a few like that.
And once you get frustrated so much trying to bring the ball before him and Hardesty tried to bring it up against Wilmington, just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, well, you look at the ball game, and it is a different game we're playing here tonight.
Yep.
Last shot? Nope.
That's the half. 35-31 McClain.
Hanging on here. 35-31.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they come back out with a little better defensive scheme in the second half. Adena's just taking it at them. I'm not sure. Well, they won't. They don't have. We're fortunate. Cub Cap and all those with those automated computers kicking those stats out. I don't think we'll have stats.
Yeah, I don't think there's any stats for us tonight. Charlie, sometimes he'll keep the stats. Now, Charlie should be up after the pep band concludes after their halftime show. And I'll let him sit in for me. You and Charlie can handle the second half.
Yeah, Charlie's got him strumming over there.
Yeah. Roger's going to focus in on him. I figured you would.
Giving Charlie a little publicity.
Send out a shout out to AJ Ganger. AJ will be with us this weekend, at least on Saturday. We've got a tournament at the home of the Quakers. There'll be women's college basketball. That tournament will involve 4 teams. You can take a look on our website right now. I know the Kenyon Lords are one of those teams, but we'll add the other 2 teams just as soon as we get that information from Wilmington, from the college. The first 2 games will be on the 2nd of January, this Saturday, and then Sunday we'll conclude with 2 more games. And we've got a men's college basketball game that following Monday on the 4th. And as I said, we're talking with a couple different schools. We're looking at possibly a Xenia Springfield game on next Tuesday, or possibly once again these Warriors will be hosted at East Clinton. So one of those 2 teams, one of those 2 games will be the game that we'll pick up for that open space that we have on Tuesday the 5th.
Either one of those would be a good one, because
they would.
From looking what Adena's got and seeing East Clinton play, that may be a fairly close matchup game.
And we love going to Lee's Creek. East Clinton's a great place for us to do a game. And of course now we've got that Wilmington flavor with the Wilmington assistant coach taking on the head coach there, right, Tony Berlin.
Yeah, like I said, that ought to be a good one, because from seeing what Adena's got and what East Clinton has, that ought to be a pretty good match ball game if that's one we pick up.
Right. So whether we've got the G-Walk game at Springfield or the game with the Warriors and with the Astros, just keep a look at our website. As soon as we get the information, we'll post it to our event calendar. That's the 5th of January, this next Tuesday.
Yeah, either one of those would be a good one to pick up. Springfield or Xenia, or East Clinton versus Adena.
Right, anytime we've got open spots, we try to fill them so that we've got some other other basketball that people can see. Maybe they don't see those teams play as much. We try to get them in there.
Well, other venues, other teams, like you're saying, picking up different.
Right, and Wilmington will play Springfield at the end of the season. So that might be a good team to sort of take a look at ahead of time, as far as since Wilmington's going to be playing them on the very last game of the basketball season.
Is that their last game?
Right, that's their last game at Springfield.
Yeah, that'll be a good one to go into.
Now, last year, Wilmington hosted the Play-by-Play Classic, and this year they're going to do the same.
And what is that?
That game will be, and that will involve 6 teams, 3 games. The Play-by-Play Classic, it's towards the end of January. Let me pull it up here on our...
on the 30th?
Yeah, on the 30th, we've got the Scholastic Play-by-Play Classic. Now, it'll pit Stivers against Kings. Huber Heights Wayne, who played Wilmington last year and lost to them, they're playing Jackson. And then Wilmington will play Middletown for the nightcap.
Jackson, Ohio, Jackson Ironman?
Jackson, Ohio, yeah. So it'll be an interesting matchup of three teams going against 3 other teams.
Now, I've seen the Jackson team play. They're decent. Unless Wayne has lost a bunch, that could be one way or the other.
Well, Wayne right now is undefeated. I think they're 5-0. They got a late start. Part of that was probably because they ended up in the state championship for the second year in a row in football.
Yeah.
So, and Wayne, obviously, their sports and athletic programs are really coming alive. Usually in the G-Walk, it was Centerville, maybe sometimes Beaver Creek. But Wayne, they've won the state championship last year as far as basketball. And they were runner-ups last year and this year in football. So they really have some talent there in football and basketball.
That should be a good one to pick up. And we're going to be covering that all day?
Right. We'll cover all 3 games on the 30th for the Scholastic Play-by-Play. We may have a college game earlier in the day. I believe we do. But that'll conclude, and then we'll go over, and we may even do a simulcast where we send one crew to the college, and then we come back with the play-by-play. And when they finish, they'll come over to the play-by-play, because that is a great atmosphere. Last year, the place was packed.
Oh, yeah.
And I would assume that even though Wayne is not playing Wilmington, there's still going to be a lot of interest in those teams because obviously you got to figure at some point they're probably going to meet in the tournament.
Yep. That'll be a good one for everybody to check out.
The other big game that we've got on our schedule, and we're hoping that there won't be any problem getting in and getting access, because a lot of times Time Warner will bump us from being able to do a game. That was the case with the one on the 5th because we were looking at doing Dublin Jerome and also doing Westerville South, but Time Warner is doing that on the Time Warner network, so we couldn't get in there. But one of the two games that we pick up, whether it's Adena at East Clinton or whether it's Springfield hosting Xenia, both those teams have some good records, and they're both big teams. Excuse me, in the GWalk. But the big game, I think, the biggest game of the season, and could potentially be the game that decides whether Wilmington, like last year, wins or loses. Loses one game in the season, and that game will be a rematch with Cincinnati Moeller. Last year they came into Wilmington. Wilmington beat them by 15. Moeller got even in the tournament by eliminating Wilmington by 3 points. And Wilmington goes into the Crusaders' home this year, and that game, let's see.
Now, I've not been to Moeller for a while. Is that gym still small?
That gym's still small, as typical of a lot of Catholic gyms. I think they do that by design.
Yeah.
They
being Catholic, we like to keep it small in our benefit.
Right.
Bring those runners in and slow them down.
Exactly. Well, that game is on the 23rd of January. So we do.
It's a week before the play-by-play.
Right. Actually, there's going to be 3 games that day at 3 separate venues. I haven't listed it yet, but we've got an earlier game at the college. So we've got a college basketball game. Then we've got a boys' high school basketball game that evening, but we've also got a girls' basketball game. So any way you look at it, there's going to be 3 games, one from Moeller, one from Wilmington, and one from Wilmington College. That'll be a busy day for us.
So who's flying the helicopter?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that'll definitely be a simulcast. Probably whoever does the college game will do the girls' basketball game.
Right there.
And we'll dispatch our team down to Moeller, and that's all they'll have to concentrate on. And that'll be a big, big game.
Oh, yeah. Now, Wilmington turned out good for the Cubcats for that little bit of drive, too. Wonder what the fan base will turn. Because, like you said, that's another rematch.
They actually, Wilmington does well, but Cubcat, I heard their internet announcers when I listened to their part of the broadcast, their game broadcast, they said that it's very difficult to get a lot of their students out for their games. I don't know why.
You wouldn't think so.
They've gotten so used to them being such a phenomenal basketball power. I guess it's sort of, okay, I don't know.
That's the opposite here.
Well,
when we were a powerhouse and we're working our way back to it, you wouldn't have had the seats we're sitting in right here, Rick. They'd have had to found us somewhere else to play, a window or.
Right.
Yeah, I can remember in years when Coach Van Meter was here. And we're working on getting it back to a powerhouse.
Well, we've seen a lot of that with Wilmington. Wilmington, they travel well. They support their teams both in football and basketball, and they've got something to watch, too. Wilmington for a long time just wasn't that competitive. But particularly in football, they've really had a resurgence, with Kellum coming in and being able to propel Wilmington to a decent football season 2 years in a row.
And he'll do well, too.
Yeah.
Greenfield, it's 30 seconds to go here, coming back for the half. Greenfield ball, 35-31. See what kind of adjustments each team made at halftime. Is it going to be Adena pushing the ball, which was doing well for him, or settling it down? And is Greenfield going to pick up the defense and Adena keep the defense up? Got Miskell, Dean, Starkey, Barton, and Hardesty coming out from McClain. They will be going left to right on your dial. Dean will be going right to left. We've got Preston. Trying to see the numbers. Preston, Corey, Postage, Jeff Postage, Isaac Thomas, and Trey Postage. No, I'm taking that back. Jonathan Thomas. Ball into Miskell. Starkey coming off. Looking to wheel around. Brock Dean kicks to Hardesty. Is he set? He was set. Rebound. Starkey with the big rebound. Nice lay-in by Jacob Starkey.
Good follow-up.
Jeff Postage bringing the ball up the floor. Running a low cut. For Colin Corey for a 3-ball. 34-37.
Uh-oh.
The
mayor of Greenfield making her way up.
Barton kicks to Dean, looking to go Starkey. Starkey's holding him off. Offensive foul on Starkey. Said he hooked him. Coach Mitchell holding his head, can't believe it. It was right there. Adena bringing the ball up. Preston gets it into Jeff Postage. Coming around. Colin Corey looks to look. Gets it in. Jonathan Thomas for 2. Well, he's having his way around the post area.
Right.
For not as big as he is, he's having his way.
Well, Adena's hanging in.
Yep. Ball to Miskell. Starkey coming off. Barton rolls. Dean coming around. Randall takes it to the hole. Missed the shot. Miskell down.
Crowd wanted to foul.
Jeff Postage pushing the ball up. Over to Colin Corey. Goes to the hole. Uh-oh. Kicks her out. It's a money ball.
Nice.
Money ball by Austin Preston. 39-37. Come on, Greenfield. Hope this is not a premonition.
Right. Yeah.
Barton brings the ball up the floor over to Hardesty. Miskell posting him up. Almost stolen away by Thomas. Thomas is working in there. Ref warning him about holding on to the shirt.
Yeah.
Randall goes for the screen into Barton. Barton takes the left side of the floor to Hardesty. Starkey with the screen. He had it. Are we up there? Barton's first miss. Rebound by Thomas. Pushes the ball. They're going to push. They let him get by with the foul. Air ball. Colin shoots up in air. Barton. Starkey with the rebound. Barton pushing. Pulls it back out front. Wants to go to the left side of the floor. Goes to Hardesty. Hardesty to the hole.
White ball.
Knocked out of bounds by Adena. Barton takes it out. Lob to Starkey. Over to Miskell. Barton makes a move. Back to the...
Got a foul.
Got a foul on Isaac Thomas.
Sort of a reach in, it looked like.
Yep. O'Connor replacing Hardesty. 1-4 low set. Barton taking it out. Lob to Starkey. Starkey takes him. Does he go up? Nice runner. Runner teardrop by Starkey. 39-39. 5 minutes to go in the third. He takes it. No defense. No defense. Basket by...
You can't just score points. You got to put some defense on them.
Yep. Barton being pressured by Postage. Over to Dean, over to Miskell. Greenfield not being patient at all now. It's just whoever gets a shot. Couple passes.
Oh.
Basket by Isaac Thomas. 4-point lead, Adena.
Adena's starting to put a little bit more pressure on Greenfield as well.
Yeah. Postage get caught with a dumb foul. Stuck his knee out to keep Miskell from going around tripping. Looks like Adena's thing is run the ball. I'd hate to see him if Mr. Hall was with him because he's a nice player. We've seen a few dunks.
Yeah.
Seen a couple with Jaron. We'd have seen him with Brian. Ball to Barton. Barton taking around, going back to left to Miskell. Reverse back to the right. Slow pass into Starkey. Stolen by Thomas. Posties wanted to push. They're wanting to run. Greenfield back. Is he going to pull? Preston takes it, slows down, kicks it back around the postage. Over to Thomas. He's launching the ball. Up, no rebound by Greenfield. And a silly foul.
And no boxing out?
No box out. Austin Preston, easy rebound, not even contested, and then gets slapped in the arm.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody within 3 feet of him.
No. 45-39. Adena slowly picking at it. Went from a 5-point lead at halftime with 4 minutes into this. Now Adena's up 7. So they've outscored 11-4.
Right.
Barton with the ball over to Hardesty. Over to Miskell. Looking to go Starkey. Quick reversal back to Barton. O'Connor posting up into Hardesty. Over to Barton. He's floating. Oh, long ball. Adena ball.
Yeah, they're going to need every 3 Barton can get.
You can usually tell with Maddie when they're going. If he floats one way or the other, if he takes her straight up, she's in the money ball. If he floats one way or another, she's off just a little bit. Ball to Thomas. Back to Austin. Into Thomas. He's right around Starkey. 48-39. It's about time for a timeout.
I was going to say that. I think it's about
at least a 30 to slow him down.
a little bit of management.
Hardesty has the ball.
Foul.
Blocked. We got that on. Colin Corey. His second. Adena has 3 team fouls. Greenfield with 2. Hardesty to take it out. 9-point lead for Adena. Over to Miskell. Barton runs off of him. Hardesty moving to the left side, looking in. Didn't give it to him. Over to Miskell. Got Hardesty, Starkey for the lob. Backside help. Rebound Hardesty to Barton. He floated. Adena going to push. Thomas up. No good. Got his own rebound. Starkey. Colin kicks it out. Nice step back. Colin Corey.
There's your timeout.
Yeah.
May have been a little one trip too late.
About 6 points too long. Greenfield looked tired there when he should have got her there.
2:21 left in this third quarter of play. 50-39.
Outscored 15-4 this quarter.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. We have Travis O'Connor, yours truly, Rick Phillips, and Roger Thompson on our camera tonight. Roger's got the face made for radio, doesn't he?
Roger Dodger.
That's why we got Roger behind the camera and not in front of the camera.
Got to have them guys behind the scenes.
Right.
Okay, Greenfield coming back out of the timeout, their ball. See what kind of adjustments Coach Mitchell made here. If I'm Adena, I'm going to keep pushing because it doesn't look like we're seeing what adjustments they make. Greenfield ball. Miskell throws it into Barton. Barton bringing it up on the left side of the floor. Comes to the right. Pick off a Starkey to Miskell. Looking down to Owen at the post. Don't give it to him. Hardesty takes it. Nice thought. Nice thought. Stolen by Thomas. He's going the full length. Pushed by Hardesty. I don't know if they're going to call it on Barton or Hardesty. Hardesty looked like he was still wanting to play football. I take that back. He switched from football. He's a soccer player now. They did give it to Hardesty. Adena ball underneath. Thomas to take it out in a box set. Lob into Thomas. Jonathan Thomas up for 2. Ball to Hardesty from Barton. Looking. Owen on the screen. Over to Miskell. Into Starkey. Nice move.
A nice pass.
Move by Starkey. Adena bringing it up with Postage. Trey Postage bringing it up. Looking to go to Thomas. Thomas up. Rebound Starkey.
There we go. We got to stop that time. Foul. Reach in.
Trey Postage with the foul. 2 new subs in. Colin Corey back in, and Cody Cottrell replaces Thomas and Thomas. Barton with the ball. Rock Dean back in the game. Replace O'Connor. Looking to get it to Miskell. Nobody there. Starkey high post. Miskell good come around. And, ooh.
Got a foul.
Got the foul out of it. Cody Cottrell with the foul. No, hold on. Who do we have that on? Got it on Chris Postage, number 4. Randall to shoot 2. First one up and good. 42-52, a minute to go in the third. Barton replaced by O'Connor. Miskell to shoot 1 more. Randall takes his time up. Good, nothing but net. Cuts it to 9 with a minute to go here. See if we can pick up some defensive pressure and get a steal, or Adena's going to keep running what they're going. Trey Postage with the ball. Gets it out to Chris Postage. Over to Colin Corey. Backdoor by Colin Corey.
There you go.
Great steal.
Stop.
Hardesty to bring the ball up the floor. Gets it over to Dean. Looking to get it in. Hardesty has the ball, looking to move. Got Starkey stopped at the post. Pass to Randall. Miskell. Starkey tries to dribble amongst traffic. Can't do that as a big man.
Got a foul.
Over the back on Hardesty. Austin Preston misses a floater. Adena getting him on the rebounds. Ball into Colin, out to Trey Postage. Back to Colin Corey. Colin Corey's one to take him one-on-one. Long ball, rebound, Miskell at the corner. 52-43. Adena Warriors going into the fourth quarter.
I think we saw a little bit more life there from the Tigers towards the end of the quarter. So, they're still in this game.
Yeah, no. They say they're going to have to pick up the defense.
Right.
I don't know why they're not putting it inside. Where Greenfield is 6'5", 6'5", 6'5", 6'4", to the inside, and we're not going inside. Everything's from the perimeter. Coming from being as a big man playing inside, it's all, you get a man on your hip and you want the ball and you don't get it, it's hard to stay focused.
Right. I guess Charlie's going home tonight. He's tired.
Tired?
Yeah.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah.
Hope you're feeling better.
He keeps a pretty busy schedule as well.
Yeah. It is, I'm not sure it's Adena ball coming out. 52-43. 8 minutes to play here. Greenfield coming out. What's he talking with him now?
I don't know. You got the
Oh, this OHS and this stupid post-up rules. I don't know what's going on. They're taking so much away from the inside. A big man can't put his arm in his back. I wish they'd go back to just letting them play ball.
right.
Must be that end of the floor and that side. That's another three by Jonathan Thomas. Hardesty bringing the ball up. Going to the left, reverse to O'Connor, over to Dean, looking at Miskell. There he is. Got him. Jonathan Thomas with the reach on Randall. Barton to replace O'Connor.
Charlie must have taken the mare with him.
Mare went with him.
Apparently so.
Starkey has the ball into Miskell. Oh, got to finish him, Randall. If I was Greenfield, but I'm not the coach, I'd be pushing it inside.
Well, and Adena is starting to pick up the fouls.
Yeah. Well, and they can, when you got 6'5", 6'5" on there, and their biggest is 6 foot.
Right.
Turn around a little soft touch jumper, and you're a foul and a old-fashioned three back in.
There's your three, right? But you got to make your foul shots as well.
Oh, yeah. Miskell shooting the second one of the two. Missed the first one. Up. And no good. You got to have them.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, when you're down 12, you got to have them. Pushing the ball. Got him with the travel. Good look by Corey, but a travel.
Well, Adena's helping out the Tigers, so...
they're giving them every opportunity.
Right.
Barton brings it up. 7 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the fourth. Miskell with the screen. Oh, no call. Good reversal up.
Got it.
Got the 2 ball within 10. Cody Hardesty with a 2. Adena going to push it at him. No backside help. Nobody. 57-45, Adena. I didn't see who that bucket was. Just noticed the no backside help. Put it on his hand up to Miskell.
There you go.
57-47. Somebody's got to quit trading buckets or pick up the D. Corey Collin taking it.
Got a foul?
Foul on number 12, Brock Dean to the head. 2 shots. Thomas to come back in to replace Chris Postage. Up top to Colin Corey. He's shot no good. Rebound Hardesty keeps it himself. Hardesty wanted to run. Double dribble. Greenfield's down one guy that usually Jensen Knopf usually comes off the bench. I notice he's down here beside Zach Peck in street clothes. He's usually pretty good on defense.
Wonder if he's hurt.
I'm not sure. Another 3 ball. It's got to be that end. It must be the magic touch.
Right.
Nobody can hit him down here. They're hitting him down there. Trey Postage on Dean. Colin Corey.
All right, there you go. Yeah. Finally.
Colin gets the foul against Cody Hardesty. Greenfield into 1-1. Hardesty will shoot 1 in the bonus. Gotta have them. Misses the front end of the 1-1. 1 to push. Jonathan Thomas moving it. Brings the ball to Trey Postage. The lane opens up like the part in the sea.
Right, just like, come on in.
Moses parted the sea right there, and Trey would even caught postage off guard. You see him?
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, what happened? And went on. Trey Postage on the one-on-one or on the foul, 2-shot foul makes the first one. 14-point ball game. 5:53 to go in the fourth. And the second one up and good. Back to a 15-point lead. Matt Barton bringing the ball up the floor. Miskell with the screen. Over to Hardesty. Starkey on the post. Got him with the reach. Got Trey Postage with the reach. 1-on-1. Jake Starkey. First into the 1-on-1.
Oh.
Up and no good. Rebound. Jonathan Thomas. Over to Jeff Postage, bringing the ball up the floor. Kicks it over to Trey Postage. He's staying on the right side, coming off a screen, off of Jonathan Thomas. And a foul. Not sure who it was on. Looked like it might have been on Barton. No, it was on Starkey, his third. Adena will be in the 1-on-1 the rest of the way, and Greenfield is one foul away from the double bonus. They're squeaking them in at that end.
But the difference, obviously, is Adena seems to be hitting their free throws. And we've had 6 potential points go by the wayside for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're not missing the free throws.
Right. Timeout.
Isaac Thomas hit both them. Timeout Greenfield. Full timeout.
A reminder, tomorrow night we are going to be at Fred Summers Court in the middle school gym on the campus of Wilmington High School. We've got the Lakota East Thunderhawks coming in to play the boys' high school basketball team, the Wilmington Hurricane. Should be a good game tomorrow night. Lakota East, I believe, only lost 2 so far this year, and they've been to fairly major teams like Mason.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they match up tonight. The game starts at 7:15. The pregame starts at 7:15 with the game at 7:30.
Should be a good one from watching them play at the Classic there at Wilmington College.
Right.
Look like they got a pretty good team. Greenfield coming out of the timeout, 5:22, down 17, 64-47. Greenfield ball. Adena's going to pick them up at half court. Barton brings the ball up the floor. Coming to the right side, going left. Got it kicked by Postage. He's not giving Matt much room up top, is he?
No.
And they're both about the same size.
Right.
Ball to Starkey. Over to Miskell. To Dean. Quick reverse to Hardesty. Looking to go into the post. Too late getting there. Ball reversal. Miskell with the shot. Rebound by Thomas. Over to Postage. Got a lot of fans upset and screaming, but you got to be boxing out to be getting those calls.
Right.
Over to Postage. Back to Thomas. Back to Postage. Dean is trying to take a little air out of the ball.
And the time's on their side, obviously.
Oh, yeah, down 17. Greenfield's going to sit in the 2-3. Why? Trey Postage with the ball, kicks it in. Boy, Corey's got a nice shot.
He does.
Got a pretty little floater to him. 19-point lead, 4:07. Passing the ball around the perimeter, got to get it inside. Got to take that up and float it.
Lost it. Back. Back to the Tigers.
Back to Greenfield.
Now, imagine if they had their better player in here. If he was still playing on the team, what would the score be?
I know, like I said, I haven't seen him, but they beat a real good Westfall team. They beat a good Piketon team, and he was. I know he was playing in because I heard his name on the radio mentioned.
Right.
And he's 6'5".
There's a good putback.
Rebound by Starkey for 2. 51-66. No, 49-66.
See some pressing going on here now. Little trapping, little pressing.
Timeout. Greenfield's got some length and some arm span. And I don't know if the holler boy, he usually starts. His are sitting right here. He had a hip pointer a couple weeks ago, so it must be still bothering him. Alex is not a offensive threat, but he is a jumper and he is a defensive specialist. That's his game. That's him sitting right there with rubbing his head. I don't know if he's hurt. I haven't heard anything on him. But Starkey is long. Hardesty's quick. Miskell's big. I would do this press too.
Right.
The team, we're losing connection. The teams that they have pressured, they brought their way back into it, but they don't stay in it long enough or don't wait. They've seem to notice they want to wait till the end to get into it. Too late.
Right, and it's almost too late for this pressure.
Yeah. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, if Adena handles the ball right, there are going to be a lot of step-through fouls just like that one.
Right, and they've been shooting their foul shots, so, you know.
A few 10-second calls probably wouldn't hurt them very much to take your time and see if Greenfield's going to foul. Postage will go to the line for a one-on-one. 3:33. Up and around.
Rare miss, and
Isaac Thomas got the rebound at 5'11", around 6'5" guys. Intensity's got to turn up. Barton being pressured by Postage into Starkey.
Can't take a lot of time here.
Coming around Hardesty. Looks like a good, rebound Postage. They're trying to trap him.
That looked like that
Over
was.
and back. Into Thomas. He missed it. Rebound Hardesty. Out to Miskell. We'll get into a running match.
Yeah, I don't know whether you'd play into Adena's hands if you really try to get into a running match.
No, I don't think I'd want to try to run with them. We've got some boys that can run, but not that well. 34, Isaac Thomas.
Well, and it looks to me like, the Tigers are more methodical, plant and shoot team rather than trying to hit shots on the run like that.
He missed. Rebound
That was nice.
Hardesty pushed it up the floor. Past the Dean for a 2. Within 15, 2:44. They're just breaking that press. Turnover by Thomas. Greenfield ball. 2:39. We're down 15. Barton bringing the ball up the floor to the left side, over to Dean, trying to run Hardesty off a 3. He's another one can hit him when he's wanting. That one's good. Looked pretty. Missed on the 3. Good pressure by Hardesty.
Now we got to make those free throws.
Yeah. And a foul by Colin Corey. Colin got his pocket picked and got a little upset.
Well, it looks like some of this McClain pressure has rattled Adena a little. So
Trey Postage getting ready to check in. He hits the first one hardest. He does. One more to go. Trey Postage checking in for Isaac Thomas. And they want a full timeout Greenfield. 2:19 to go. 66-52. Adena or Greenfield shooting a free throw when we come back from the timeout.
this weekend we've got A.J. Ganger back in with us on Saturday for 2 games at Wilmington College. There's going to be a tournament, girls tournament there, and then we'll follow up on Sunday with 2 more games. So tune in. That first game, I'm not sure what the time is. We'll have it posted on our site by tomorrow. And then once we have it posted, just keep an eye on the event calendar, and we'll be able to inform you of the times of each of those games.
Greenfield ball, free throw coming back out. Hardesty to shoot one more of the 1-and-1. Knock down the front end of it. See if they're going to come out with the pressure. They're throwing some pressure at him, but once it gets broke, there's nobody hustling back.
Right.
It's good to have that pressure, but 16, 17, 18 years old, you got to dig down in deep. You got 2 minutes to go. You're a little more hustle out of it.
Yeah, and to put that kind of pressure on, obviously you're expending a little more energy.
Yeah, and the second one good. 13-point ball game. Adena, Greenfield coming out with a press. Looks like a 2-2-1 over the postage. Oh.
Threw it away. Ooh, they got him rattled.
Preston just gave Greenfield a break because
the man was open.
Jonathan Thomas was wide open. He had time to climb the ladder and lay it in. Barton to bring the ball up. We're almost to the 2-minute off of Hardesty. Trying to take her to the hole. Slips. Hardesty's got it. Kick to Miskell. Looks. Oh! Touched all 52 points of the rim.
There you go.
3 ball by Miskell. We got a
10-point lead.
Foul on Hardesty on a silly reach. I always did hate that when kids, if you don't get him the first time, reach around behind, because 90, you talk to half these refs, and if they, whether you touch him or not, they're
going to call it.
Back, they're calling it.
Right.
Much rather see a kid miss it. If he missed it, run around and try to get ahead of him than make that silly one.
Speaking of missing, we've got the first one missed there on the free throws.
Both teams in the double bonus with a minute 50. Ooh, he missed them both. Rebound Starkey.
Warriors have gotten a little cold here.
Yeah. Adena put on a little press of their own off the rebound, and Barton travels. Adena ball, minute 48. Up into the backcourt goes to Colin Corey. He's going to walk it up. Him and Postage up top. Greenfield's got to get up in them. You don't have a whole lot of time to be messing. Letting them post the ball, pass the ball around at will. Almost to travel.
Got a foul.
Jonathan Thomas fouled by Jacob Starkey. He'll shoot 2. Starkey has 4. Hardesty has 4. Minute 30, down 10. Both teams in a double bonus. Jonathan Thomas hits the first one of 2. He's got to have about 20 points.
Yeah, he's
him and Colin Corey together, and squeaks that one in. Hits them both. 12-point ball game again. Barton bring it up under a minute 30. Coming to screen off Miskell. He's coming around over to Brock. Dean takes it to the hole. Thought about it into Starkey. Good spin move. Nice
Good
job.
move.
10 points. Got to get in them. Minute 15. Adena taking their time. They can take a whole lot of air out up 10. About got that second one. Oh, my goodness.
Easy.
Oh, my goodness.
Actually, they had 3 men that could have made that shot.
Adena had 3 on the backside. Bucket by Hardesty. Greenfield had 5 in the front court, and Adena had 3 down by around the basket.
Quick foul.
70-60. Greenfield's going to have to foul now, but I'm almost thinking it's 50.3 seconds. It's almost too late. Because the 3 buckets haven't been going for him this half. Just that one by Miskell he hit a minute ago.
Well, that's all you can do now is shoot threes. You can't try anything other than that.
Nope. Barton fouls out. So Greenfield had 3 guys into 4 fouls. Owen replacing Barton. Jeff Postage to shoot a double bonus. First one up and good. 71-60, Adena. Like I said, they're a very good ball club, and I haven't got to see them without with the Hall boy playing. Second one up, nothing but net. 12-point ball game, 50.3. Hardesty bringing it up. Got to shoot the three. Hardesty rebound.
Oh, in and out.
Colin Corey. There was a Christmas bonus by the ref. It was off Adena. Give it to Adena. The refs aren't even going to call it.
I was going to say, can't even get a foul when you wanted one, right?
No. 14-point lead for Adena. Under 20 seconds. Hardesty coming up. Miskell rebound up and good. 12-point ball game. He's trying to keep it respectable. Oh, my
wide
goodness. 76-62, 7 seconds. Knuckled by Owen, 76-64. We come to the end of the ball game. Looks like Adena's full court running the ball kind of put a damper on them. And I can't believe Greenfield only went 7 deep and didn't come back with the other two boys. The gray boy he's a hustler.
Final score 76-64.
Yep. So the final, Adena Warriors upset McClain Greenfield 76-64. I'd like to see some of Adena's games before this with the Hall boy. Like I said, don't know exactly what happened, whether he's hurt, sick, not with the team no more. But to beat a Westfall and a Piketon, they're a pretty good ball team.
Well, we may have these same Adena Warriors in Lees Creek against East Clinton on the 5th coming up this next week. Keep an eye on our schedule. We'll be either in Lees Creek or we'll be in Springfield. One of the two. Just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Remember, our video on demand will be available tomorrow around 1 o'clock. You can see the entire game along with the video. And I guess
thanks, Roger.
Yeah, that Roger does the great video for us here. Anyway, for Travis O'Connor, this is Rick Phillips. For Roger Thompson, we want to bid you adieu and tune in tomorrow night for another great basketball game coming to you from Fred Summers Court in Wilmington, Ohio. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Hopefully I can be there with you. See you on the hardwood.
Right.